Welcome back to Dynasty Mode. I'm Reese Davis, and it's time to kick off your EA Sports college football coaching journey. Now it's time to choose your team. Each school has a unique set. Now it's time to choose your role on the coaching staff. Whatever role you decide on, you'll receive new coaching opportunities via the coaching carousel based on how your current team performs. Here, you can create your own. Make sure you review your athletic director expectations often. They are the key. Welcome to Road to Glory. I'm Reese Davis, and it's time to kick off your legendary college career. Before you get started, you can customize your experience to your liking in the settings. This is also where you can import team builder teams for both high school and college. If you'd like, you can build out custom conferences so the college football landscape looks the way you want it to. Now you need to choose your coach's archetype. As a motivator, you'll be focused on developing and inspiring your players. Recruiters excel in finding and bringing in new talent to their programs. Tacticians maximize your team's chances of success on game day with their understanding of the X's and O's. The Old Horseshoe, Ohio Stadium in Columbus, Ohio. Today, an early season non-conference showdown here on EA Sports College Football, hitting the SEC against the Big Ten. It's the Tennessee Volunteers and the Ohio State Buckeyes. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's say hello to our friend Holly Rowe on the sideline.
On the banks of the Olentangy River, the Horseshoe is one of the most iconic venues in all of sports. Over 100,000 people strong, the Ohio State Buckeyes might have the best home field advantage in all of college sports. These fans are ready to rock and showcase their Buckeyes this season. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. The Buckeyes will kick off first and go. Alabama and LSU. Just putting those two names together can jumpstart a host of feelings and memories through Tuscaloosa and Baton Rouge. Moments of frustration, disbelief, and from national championship games to season derailments, this rivalry has had it all, and we've got even more for you today. Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. It's the LSU Tigers and the Alabama Crimson Tide. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Guys, as you know, Alabama coming off a terrific year last year, getting back into the college football playoff and getting to the second round. But this team has more to prove. They lost their quarterback, Ty Simpson, to the draft, but they still have one of the most dynamic wide receivers in the country. Ryan Coleman-Williams is looking for a little redemption after a low production year last year. The fans can't wait to see what this version of the Crimson Tide
Welcome to Beaver Stadium in State College, Pennsylvania. And the snow is falling for today's game. It's the Tennessee Volunteers against the Penn State Nittany Lions. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined in the booth by my fellow Colorado grad, Joel Klatt. And Holly Rowe is patrolling the sidelines for us. Hey, Holly.
Guys, Penn State made one of the most interesting hires of the offseason. Matt Campbell has shown that he can do it all at Iowa State. Tough nose, and he is a physical coach that makes sure his players play tough. Let's see if the Blue Bloods can get a blue-collar work ethic and bring Penn State back to excellence. Back to you.
All right, thanks, Holly. Good stuff. And the Volunteers will kick it away to start us off. Return begins inside the 10.
It's in the game.
EA Sports, it's in the game. Woo! Let's go Rebels!
Glad to have you with us from Bloomington, Indiana, Memorial Stadium. Today, conference bragging rights on the line in this SEC Big Ten clash. It's the Tennessee Volunteers and the Indiana Hoosiers. Alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I am Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines. We say hello to Holly.
All eyes in the college football universe are on Bloomington, Indiana. Can the perfect Indiana Hoosiers run it back this season? Curt Cignetti has already been fiery and feisty in the offseason, challenging players to have a higher standard. Josh Hoover transfers in for TCU, and these fans are ready to run it back here in Bloomington. Guys?
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. And the Vols headed toward the ball, and we're ready for action. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. So the Indiana Hoosiers offense will get the ball first. And here are the starters on the offensive front, and you won't find one much better in the country.
I think in college football, games are still won and lost in the trenches, David, and we are looking at one of the great offensive lines today in college football. They know every single week one thing. They are going to try to up, and they're going to try and run the football. When you've got a tailback like they've got, and you've got this offensive line, man, they're hard to stop.
They are hard to stop, man. And what I love about offensive linemen, I like when they don't like people. And they enjoy moving people against their will. And this unit, man, they're going to pave holes, and this running back's going to get the credit. But make no mistake about it, that line up front paves the way and makes his job so much easier.
Third down, and they'll need 5 to keep this opening drive moving. Looking for a man. It's Hoover. Fires to the middle. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick.
It's really tough to know because you're not going to practice in these conditions. You don't go outside and practice with the snow beating down and you freezing your tail off. So you kind of got to get to know what you can do and what you can't do. And right now, that first drive, you know, passing was a struggle.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. 2 running backs alongside the quarterback. Running inside, it's Martin. Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34.
And here's what you know about Indiana football. They're going to be physical. They're going to be so well coached and disciplined, and they're going to run the football. It was the key ingredient to helping Fernando Mendoza win a Heisman, like the ability to RPO off of it. So, Palmer, I don't know who the names are going to be throughout the season, but I know they're going to run downhill, no nonsense, and they'll have a guy that they'll hitch their wagon to.
Yeah, everybody talking about losing Mendoza, but Black and Hemby were a big part of that thing, too. I think the offensive line, though, was key to it all. Anytime you have 2 1,000-yard rushers, it's because the guys up front are pushing people around, and that was the secret sauce to Indiana's Cinderella run a year ago. So up front, these guys have to continue to dominate. They'll reload the backfield through the portal, through recruiting, but it all starts and stops with the big fellas pushing people around. That's going to be the key for them on offense.
Looking to throw on first down. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. And the Hoosiers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And they'll drag him down after a good return. Wants to throw on first down. Finds his man. It's Jackson. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. The Vols come to the line in the hurry-up.
Well, what you know about Josh Heupel in this offense is they're explosive, and they always seem to have a dude outside at wide receiver. They normally have multiple guys like that. You obviously lose Chris Brazzell, a big-time playmaker for the Vols. They're going to have to replace that, David, but they've done such a good job recruiting and developing. There's no question in my mind they're going to find guys that can go on the outside and hurt you.
They find those guys with speed, right? And they create so much space in this offense. Now, make no mistake about it.
And the pressure gets there, and down he goes at the 18. We'll see if they can dig one up that goes forward this time on second down from the 18. Trying play action. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
And in this weather, man, you start to see more of this. You try to throw the ball harder to penetrate it through the weather and get it to your target, but just catching a football that's a little bit slippery sometimes, you'll see some of those drops, and it's just part of the game.
Caught, and he's got room. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down. We've reached the end of the first quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. First play of the period, first down here. Might as well give it to him again. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 4. That up on first down, and you can take a shot here on second and short.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again, back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
They make the stop. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. Dropping back, it's Hoover. Catch in the middle, it's shot. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. The Hoosiers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Second down, he'll throw it. Pulls it in, it's Preston. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and that's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Here comes the heat. Tried to scramble his way free, but that defense does a great job, and there's no gain on the play. The Volunteers will call their first timeout. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Finds his big tight end. So now it's 2nd and long. They want to run this quarterback, and they're able to get him on the ground.
That's a really good stop by the defense, Jesse. They need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
Man, wow, what a catch by the big fella. And when he's not open, he's open. So nice to have a big target that can make those type of catches. I imagine he'll keep throwing him the football.
Clock strikes 0 here in the quarter, and Indiana is on top. A quick pause here to look at the numbers as they are threatening to pull away in this game. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on 4th down, and I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Makes a catch, 1st down, and maybe... He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. And the Volunteers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking for a deep man. Had it in his hands, and he dropped it. Thought he had another big play, an interception. He'll have to settle for the PBU. It's 2nd down. They just keep firing. Pressure coming. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Unleashes it on the run. He's got it way down the field. Timeout is called. It's the 2nd charge to Tennessee. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. Trying to run, it's Bishop. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Touchdown, Volunteers! Middle of the end zone, he's got it!
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
And you're just waiting for that right bounce, that right skip, for that ball to get 10 yards to try to make something happen and make a miracle come to fruition. And Palmer, it's not going to happen. The defense's hands team, they were ready, they were dialed in, and they get the football back.
Yeah, they fall on that one, David, and they can breathe a little bit easier now. But let's be honest. I mean, in college football, we've seen crazier things happen in these types of situations. The ball takes a crazy bounce. There's always a chance, but you got to give the receiving team there a lot of credit. The hands team gets it done, and they win the game.
How much fun was that one? I mean, you just dream of having games like that every time you go into the booth. I'll watch those two teams play anytime.
Yeah, that's what's fun about good teams. Really good teams squaring off. Like, there wasn't a lot of difference between these two squads. We could watch these every